Hello, everybody of the Frest Epic group. Today I'm going to be basically teaching you guys how to use Clickup. Clickup is going to be your task management software. It's going to be very simple for the most part to make it as easy as possible for you guys to be able to track your tasks, know what you have to do at any given moment, and be able to do it quickly and without anybody else's help. Um, the way that we're going to go about this is that we are going to be using this board list over here. You'll see once you go on ClickUp, you'll probably have a different view than this. The main thing that you have to worry about on our project ClickUp is that it's going to be our space that is going to be divided through our disciplines. If you go into this quadruple square thingy, you'll be able to see that we have team space, which is basically everything that's here. We're going to have our disciplines, which is design, programming, and art. Um, Obviously, you want to go to the one that belongs to you. Right now, I'm still in the process of creating this, but we can take a look at the art one. Once you go over here, you'll probably be greeted with the list view. This is going to be just a regular, it's basically like a task list that shows us everything that we have, right? We don't want that. The way that we want to go about it is that we want to find the easiest way to look at our tasks, and that's going to be through the board list. As you can see, we have all the tasks that are here in the game, right, in the project right now. As a to do, we have in progress, ready for review, and complete, right? Now, as a person that is not the producer, you guys only probably care about the task that is assigned to you. So what you want to take a look at over here is you're going to go to where it says assignees. There's going to be a pop-up menu on the side, and we're going to go and choose who we are as a person. For now, I'm going to choose Alex because that's the task that I prepared for this example. And as we see over here, it does filter just by the tasks that have Alex in their name. So Alex is going to be working for the prototype only in one main asset, which is going to be the frog model, right? So whenever you go into your name, you look at the task that you want to create, you're going to the task that you want to start working on, you're going to click on that task. Depending on the discipline, this is going to look different, but I'm going to have a description ready for each and every one of the tasks that have to be done in a sprint. Um, so just to give you guys an idea, over here we see the task name, title, we see the status, we see the time estimate, which I put in as 10 hours already based on the estimate, and we also have a track time feature. For example, if I wanted to get started on this task, I can move it. What I will do is that I will move it from status to do into in progress, right? Basically, you click on it, you can move it. Right now it's in progress. I can move it back to do, or I can just leave it in progress, right? Um, Once it is in progress, basically it lets you know it moves over here from the task list from to do to in progress. Very easy to check at a glance what you have in progress, what you have ready, what you have blocked, what you have complete, right? So what we're gonna do, imagining that I'm Alex and I'm starting my task, I move it to in progress. I can track my time as well, so you guys don't have to worry about like, oh, when did I start? I started at 2 p.m. Blah blah blah. You click over here, you can add your time, and you can enter a time that you started, or you can start a timer. So if we'd like, we can just start that timer, and now over here you can see that it's tracking the time that it's taking for our task, right? You can pause it and stuff like that. Right now, I'm just going to pause it because we're not necessarily doing it. But that timer is a good idea to be able to see how much we're doing. And see here, you can see that it also has a little activity list that tells comments. If I want to write a comment, if I want to tag my time, anything that I do over here in this task is going to be tracked in the activity. So we have a good way of kind of tracking everything that's going on, right? Um, Now, this is going to be a little bit specific to the artist, but it's also going to be the case for the different tasks for the different disciplines, right? For example, now that I'm Alex and I see that I'm working on the frog model, that doesn't necessarily tell me everything that I need to know about that task, right? So what I want to do is I want to go over here into the description of the task and I want to just kind of click show more and start going down. Model 1, bend the frog. Model description, it has a description of specifically everything that has to do. A reference model, a reference picture, so we can kind of get an idea of what we have to work on. We have a poly count, which is going to be different depending on like the different asset that you're working on. And finally, for the artist, I have a model size that the reference for this model specifically is going to be red. Um, this is going to change depending on each and every one of the disciplines. For programmers, it's going to be mainly an illustration or a video reference for the idea that the mechanic wants to imitate or work on. I'll either do those by hands or find a reference for that mechanic. For the designers, it'll probably be something a little bit more vacuous, something talking about like, hey, work on the GDD based on the mechanics that are already in the game, or look up a puzzle that has to do with the mechanics, and I'll put in the reference for the mechanic. It'll be a little bit more vague in terms of designers. Um, so yeah, whenever you're done with your task, main thing that you want to do is move it to ready for review. And ideally, what we would do is like the producer or the creative director or um, the art director. We're gonna come in and we're gonna be like, hey, it's ready for review. Okay, I'm gonna go in the engine. I'm gonna take a look, see how it looks in the engine, if everything looks good, if the art direction, the colors, everything else is okay. And then after that's correct, we're gonna grab it and instead of ready for review, we'll move it to complete, and then you don't really have to worry about that. There's also a way to hide. There's a lot of different things that we could do with ClickUp, but we don't necessarily have to go about all of them. As a person that's working on a tasks, it's just easier to kind of just worry about to do, in progress, ready for review, and complete. So that's going to be mainly a quick overview of what you can do on ClickUp, how to kind of navigate through it. If you have any questions, let me know. And yeah, let's keep on deving.